Hi, this is Melanie Hyer of Revest Group at Keller Williams Realty. It's September 2010 and this is your real estate market update. This month we're going to go over property taxes. Many of you have received your property tax notice in the mail of what your 2010 property taxes will be. Some of you might have been a little surprised by the notice, some pleasantly surprised, or maybe not so pleasantly surprised. So I want to just kind of give you an overview of the things that you can look at in the notice and how to make an appeal if that's what you want to do. So the first thing you want to do is you want to verify all the facts. You want to make sure that they are using the correct square footage for your home, and the square footage that they're going to use for assessment purposes is going to be all of the square footage in the air conditioning part of the house. And then it's also going to include a portion of the square footage for a garage and a portion of the square footage for covered patios and porches, things like that. So that's how they get the square footage for the structure of the property. Then they're going to be using the lot size. So you want to make sure that they have the correct lot size for your home. You can do that with the survey that you got when you purchased the home, or you can, if it's a condominium, make sure that the square footages are correct through your condo docs. So if all of the information that they have is correct and they are assessing you based on the correct information, then you want to look at the amount that they are assessing you for. If the amount seems too high, there's a couple different things you can do. First of all, you're going to need to find out the comparable sales that have happened within the past year or so. So for the 2010 tax bill, you'll be able to use comparable sales that have happened from January 1st, 2009 until March 1st, 2010. That's the period of time that they would use for comparable sales. The way you can get those comparable sales is you can either ask a realtor. Hello. So I can get those comparable sales for you. Otherwise, you can hire a professional appraiser. You can look on the clerk of the court's website. You can also look on the property appraiser's website under the link of My Neighborhood. I'll be sending that in an attachment email to this email. So that's kind of what you want to do if you're going to dispute the price that they have assessed you at. Another thing that you could dispute is if you have any special conditions. What a special condition would be is something like if you had Chinese drywall in your home, or if your house needed a new roof, or if it was in very poor condition that didn't make it comparable to the other homes that it was compared to. So in order to appeal on that scenario, you would basically need to have some sort of professional issue you an estimate of the repairs, or some sort of certification that it is Chinese drywall, and then you would just submit that with your appeal or when you go into the magistrate to fight your property taxes. So at this point in September, since we just received the notices, the only thing that you would be able to do is to file the appeal. That needs to be done by September 20th. It's going to be attaching to this email a couple links of where you can get the form and also the form itself. And you can either submit the form by mail, by fax, drop it off in person in the office in downtown at the office of the property appraiser. Some things that you should know is that it costs $15 to begin the process of the appeal, and you can do the appeal yourself, or you can hire a company that can do that for you. I can also give you some references to some companies that will do this for you at no charge up front. They will just take a portion of the proceeds if they are successful in lowering your taxes. A good thing to know is that if you are able to get an adjustment in your taxes, that it can be retroactive for 3 years. So if you can prove that that condition was viable for the past 3 years, you can get that also credited to you. The process for an appeal is that normally you'll have a hearing in front of the magistrate within 18 months. So it's not a quick process, but it will be retroactive and you'll get all of your payments back. So the other thing I wanted to mention to you in this update is that it's not too late to make your homestead exemption for 2010. You can still do a late filing. So make sure that you get in touch with me and I can get you the appropriate forms, or you just check on the miamidade.gov website. Thank you very much. This is Melanie Hyer from Revest Group, signing off.